Good morning, everyone. It's very early on Saturday morning and we're back at the Cannon bus station. You probably think we had enough after the first two mystery bus tours, but apparently not. We had such an amazing time that we decided to book it again. And the best part is, we have absolutely no idea where we are going. It could be somewhere in Scotland, England, or even Wales, but I'm really hoping we will end up somewhere in Scotland. But honestly, that's the fun of the mystery tour. You never know until you get there. Of course, I'm hoping it won't be the same destination as before, but even if it is, I'm sure we will still have a brilliant time because it's completely different experience at this time of the year. So if you're curious to find out where this mystery tour is taking us today, come along to the journey. Along the way, I will show you the hotel, everything we get up to, and at the end of this video, I will tell you how much exactly we paid. Right then, let's go and see where we're heading. After a short drive, we ended up in Gretna, and that could be only one thing. We're heading south. And to be honest, I don't mind that at all. In fact, I'm actually looking forward to it. My prediction is that it's going to be Durham and Newcastle. Even though we visited this destination before, I think they will be completely different at this time of the year. I checked the weather forecast and it looks really promising, nice and sunny. And also, it was a little bit loud on the bus, but that's all the part of the experience. If you're planning to go on these kind of trips, just keep in mind that you're traveling with strangers. You never know who you're going to be seated next to, and so it's probably best to prepare for worse and hope for the best. Okay, without further ado, let's jump on a bus and see where we end up.
I know some people got money on where we're going to end up. If you had Newcastle, you lost.
As I predicted, we're back in Durham. We actually visited this city before, but that was in the middle of winter. This time it already feels completely different. The weather is a little bit overcast and it was raining earlier, but even with grey skies, Durham has its own special atmosphere. Last time we explored the magnificent Durham Cathedral, but we didn't get a chance to visit Durham Castle. So today we are hoping to visit it, and tomorrow we are heading to Newcastle. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how these cities feel at this time of the year compared to winter. Our first stop is Chinese buffet. It costs £18.90 per head on weekends. We decided to have a lunch before exploring Durham. Luckily, this time we were able to visit Durham Castle. The castle was open to visitors, but in order to go inside, you need to buy a ticket from the university library, which is just a couple of steps from the castle entrance. The admission cost was £6.56 per adult. After buying your ticket, you received an admission badge and wait for your guide to meet you at the front of the castle. The tour runs every half an hour. And while you are at the university library, I would definitely recommend having a look inside. Admission is free and you have a chance to visit the old library. Of course, you can't take any books away to read, but if you're a Harry Potter fan, this place will definitely remind you of the atmosphere from the film. The historic shelves, the old interior and the feeling of the stepping back in time make it a very special place to see. Just a quick note. Filming is not allowed inside, but you are welcome to take photos. I'm really glad we decided to join the tour. In fact, it's the only way to visit Durham Castle, as self-guided visits aren't available. A knowledgeable guide really brings place to life. They explain the stories behind what you are seeing, why certain doors are narrow, why some features were built in particular way, or why certain objects are placed where they are. Everything has a reason and a story behind it, and that's what makes visiting historic places so special.
This chapel is constructed around the 1070s, 1080s, and because of that, it is the oldest stone standing part of the city. One very good example of this, you all obviously came through the entrance just over there.
So I'm really glad we joined the tour. Also, if you have time, I would definitely recommend visiting Durham Cathedral. It's such a magnificent building, and the inside is absolutely beautiful. I actually made a separate video when we first visited Durham in January, where we explored the cathedral during our first mystery bus tour trip. I will leave the link in the description box below. So if you'd like to see more of Durham Cathedral, you can check it out there. So that was a Durham Castle. It was built almost 1000 years ago in 1072, short after William the Conqueror became King of England. The castle was built to help protect the north of the country, to keep control of this important area. Well, today it's no longer a military castle, it's actually a part of Durham University, and students live and study here. That makes it one of the oldest continuously occupied buildings in the UK. Together with Durham Cathedral, the castle is UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's a beautiful example of Norman architecture and one of Durham's most famous landmarks.
Sadly, we're near the end. We have to say goodbye. Have we had a great time on the bridge? There we go.
Smile and wave, smile and wave. After a short drive, we arrived at Ramada Hotel in Gateshead, just across the river from Newcastle. Here's a quick room tour. We're staying in room 315, which is on the third floor. And here's the shop content, the bathroom. Okay, look at that. Look at the big crack. Now I'm going to report to the reception. I will see what they're gonna say. Here's the shower, walk-in shower. Not the cleanest one. And it's hair and body wash. Big mirror. Hello everyone. And here's the area for the suitcases, iron board and iron, large mirror, and here we've got 2 beds. We asked for 2 beds. Hair dryer, but I brought my own one. Kettle, and that's how clean, or not very clean, the cups were. They also provided with coffee, tea bags, milk, sugar, TV, another mirror in here, desk, charging points only at the desk, and next to one bed on this side. And that's about it. And the view we have. Let's take a look at what was on offer for dinner at the hotel. After a quick bite to eat, we left the hotel and walked across the bridge into Newcastle. It only took us about 10 minutes to get there. The city has such a lively atmosphere. Being a Saturday evening, the streets were full of people enjoying a night out. As for us, we were happy just to take a relaxing stroll and soak up the atmosphere. It's Saturday night in Newcastle. Everyone is dressed to impress, going out for a drink, except us. Except us. Good morning, everyone. We had an okay night. The bed was comfortable enough, although for me personally it was a little bit on the firmer side. After a quick breakfast, we grabbed our bags, left the key at the reception, and now it's time to head to our new destination. The coach should be leaving at around 9 o'clock, and I have a feeling that we are going to Newcastle. But our driver mentioned that we are actually be visiting 2 destinations today. So you never know, maybe one of them will be somewhere new for us. Hopefully it will be a little bit different from our previous trip. But in the meantime, let me show you what was on offer for breakfast in this hotel.
You'll get an hour to have a wander round, okay? And then we're gonna go to the Holy Island, where you will get 2 hours there. Everyone happy?
We've just arrived to Seahouses, a charming little seaside town on the coast. We only have about an hour to explore this place, so we are going to make most of the time we have and have a quick look around. Seahouses is best known for its beautiful harbour and its connection to the Faroe Islands, which are famous for this wildlife, especially puffins and seals. And it's very popular starting point for boat trips out to the islands. The town has a lovely, relaxing atmosphere with colorful fishing boats, small shops and plenty of places to enjoy fish and chips by the sea. Even though our stop is short, I'm really looking forward to explore this coastal town. You can take so many cruises out of this harbor, but I don't think today is very suitable for cruises. Look at those waves. And it's very, very cold. Oh, that's great. Thank you very much. Here's a quick look at the tour prices. Beautiful stained glass window. While walking around Seahouses, we came across the old Ship Inn. The building originally dates back to the 18th century and started as a farm. The present building was first licensed as an inn in 1812, mainly serving the fishermen and the traveling herring fishing fleet that visited this area. And what a lovely reminder of Seahouses' past, when fishing was at the heart of this coastal community. Ice cream vans. And just around the corner we spotted something else that caught our attention. A few old Coxson's ice cream vans tucked away in a little courtyard. They were so interesting to see, with this beautiful vintage design, a cream-colored top and a light blue bottom. It was such a charming little discovery while exploring Seahouses. After exploring a little bit of Seahouses, I have to be honest, I expected a little more. I was hoping to see a picturesque little cottages and a bit of more charm, but I suppose it's mainly just a stopping point before heading to the island. On our way to Holy Island, we passed the magnificent Bumper Castle. Perched high above the coastline, it's one of the most impressive castles in England and has been watching over this coast for more than 1,400 years. Even from a distance, you can see how impressive this castle is. Hopefully, we will come back one day to explore it properly. As we made our way to Holy Island, we drove along the famous causeway with the water on both sides. Luckily for us, the tide was out and the road was completely clear. Because of the tides, Holy Island can only be reached at certain times of the day. If you don't leave before the tides comes in, you will have to stay on the island until the roads becomes passable again. So if you are planning to visit on your own, it's really important to check the safe crossing time before you travel. I also found out that delivery to the island are carefully planned around the tides and usually takes place only twice a day when the causeway is open. Another thing that surprised me was seeing quite a lot of people walking across the causeway. It's possible, but personally I think it's something you need to plan very carefully. If you are not joining an organized tour, make sure you know exactly when it's safe to cross and always follow the official tide timetable. Holy Island, also known as Lindisfarne. This tiny tidal island is one of the most historic and spiritual places in England. Holy Island is famous for Priory, which was founded in the 7th century and became the important center of early Christianity. The island is also known for a castle, which stands proudly on the rocky hill overlooking the sea. I'm really excited to explore this island today and experience this peaceful atmosphere, stunning coastal views and incredible history. Okay, and our first stop is not a castle. It's a little bench where we can have a lunch. After our quick lunch, I decided to have a look inside a lovely little craft shop nearby. Just look at these beautiful postcards created by local artists, featuring puffins, wildlife and the island's stunning scenery. They'd make us such a lovely souvenir or gift to take home. In another room, there was a wonderful selection of local products, including wines, handmade lip balms, candles, jams and delicious cakes. Oh, I don't know if you can make it. It's still quite far, isn't it? We only had 2 hours to explore Holy Island, and in my opinion, it definitely deserves much more time. There was so much to see, and I didn't want to rush from one place to another. It was a beautiful day, so the island was quite busy with visitors. I only had time to walk to the castle, and unfortunately didn't make it to the Priory. But that's just another reason to come back one day. I'd love to stay overnight, go for a peaceful evening walk after the most visitors have left, and experience a completely different side of this beautiful island. I'm now walking towards castle. We have about 1.5 hours left before our bus departs. So we're trying to make the most of it, and I'm trying to film as much as possible. The castle stands on the rocky hill overlooking Holy Island and the North Sea. The castle was built in the 16th century, around 1550, during the reign of the King Henry VIII. It was originally used as a fort to help defend the coast from possible attacks. And over the years, the castle was no longer needed for military purposes. And in the early 1900s, it was transformed into a beautiful holiday home by architect Sir Edwin Luthern. Sorry about that, I probably butchered that name. So today, castle is one of the most famous landmarks in this coastline, known for its dramatic location, stunning sea views and fascinating history.
Yeah, we could have done some more. Oh.
Look at that. Okay, so admission is not free. Adults £13 and child £6.50. Look at these wooden huts. Boat shed. And one of them has been transformed into a bookshop.
you read that one as well?
Whoa!
Come on, B.
What a view. God, it's so warm. Well, we still got about 50 minutes left until our bus departs, and we'll head back straight to Glasgow. Are they attacking us? I hope you enjoyed coming along with us on this coach trip. We discovered a couple of new places today, and it's definitely broadened our horizons. If you enjoyed this video, then please give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who you might think enjoyed too, or someone who's planning on similar trip. And if you are new to my channel, I'd love you to subscribe for more travel adventures. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.